everybody, welcome to the Waldock Way. I'm Jessica, and today's video is going to be a look inside our brand new Hunger Games novel study. So in addition to the novel study, the only other thing you are going to need is a copy of the Hunger Games book, whether that is in physical format, ebook, audio, that part doesn't really matter. You're just going to need to be able to read the story somehow or listen to the story somehow. Inside the novel study itself, the first thing you're going to see is going to be an overview. This is going to tell you what you're going to be doing for all 6 weeks of the novel study. It's going to tell you the chapters to read and what to do each day. Now, I like to remind people that our novel studies are very flexible. So if you don't do a 5-day-a-week school week, that's okay. This is basically just 30 days worth of work. So you can just do like day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4. The following week, you would just start here. What I like to do is either highlight or check it off so I know what to do next, no matter what day of the week it is. The next thing you have is my personal favorite part of our novel studies, which are our cross-curricular connections. This is what really rounds the novel studies out and makes them into a full-blown unit study and not just reading and responding. Because for each subject, math, writing, social studies, science, art, and music, there are 2 to 3 ideas of how to extend the book that you're reading into those areas of your homeschool. Then you have a page where your child is going to be writing down their favorite quotes from the book as they read. And then we get into our first 5 weeks of the novel study, which is while you're reading the book. And they are very similar. So they're each going to have different components. The first component is going to be copy work. Your copy work is going to be a passage that your child is going to copy word for word, period for period. And then there's always going to be some sort of like something I want them to pay attention to, or like why I picked that passage, or like some sort of teaching point that you can give to them. There's also always going to be vocabulary included. Now the formats are going to change, but this one is where they're going to be writing the word that matches the definition. There will always be some sort of creative writing or drawing activity. This one is going to be creating a comic strip showing Katniss's daily life before the games. So we're just going to draw and write our own kind of comic strip of her life. There's always going to be comprehension. This week is going to be short answer. It varies between short answer, fill in the blank, true and false, multiple choice. And then there's always going to be a summary. So this is where we're going to be summarizing the chapters read that week. We're going to draw a picture and we're going to answer a few questions. So that is going to basically happen for the first 5 weeks in different variations. So like, for example, for vocabulary this week, we're using a dictionary to look up the words. For writing and creative, we're going to design our own tribute costume and then explain why that was our design. True and false for comprehension. So it just kind of varies a little bit in what the activities are. But it's pretty much those same activities while you're reading the book so that you're getting writing, vocabulary, comprehension, just all of those things. And then for week 6, we are going to start doing some review of the book because you will have finished the book at this point. And we're going to get into like the literary elements of it. So the first thing we have here is a word search, just kind of to review what you've read. Then we're going to be designing a book cover. We're going to completely revamp it. We're going to get into the story setting, drawing a picture of the setting, and we're going to describe it. We're going to get into the theme. So what was the theme of the book? And then we're going to find 3 supporting examples from the text. We're going to plot the story, and we're going to talk about the 5 parts of the story while doing that. We're going to choose our favorite character, and we are going to do an in-depth character analysis on them. We're going to do a book review, persuading somebody either to read or not read the book, depending on whether we liked it or not. And then there's always some book and movie activities. This time I decided to do a book and movie difference. So I've just randomly listed statements, and they're going to check off whether these things were in the book, the movie, or both. So for example, Katniss volunteers to take Prim's place during the reaping. Did that happen in the book? Did it happen in the movie? Or did it happen in both of those? So it's really going to like make them pay attention and really discern where they saw it or read it. Then we're going to do a book and movie comparison where we're going to go in depth about that. And then I also like to include book and movie discussion questions. These are really in-depth. They don't just talk about which do you like better. They're talking about like which scenes made the arena felt more intense in the movie than it was in the book. Like we're really digging into like the music and the sound and the appearance and kind of like really digging in and getting those wonderful conversations to happen. Then there is a figurative language activity. We're going to talk about all the different types of figurative language. We are going to search the book on a scavenger hunt to find our own examples of figurative language. And then we're going to do a hands-on activity. That hands-on activity is a sorting activity. So we have these cards that have the different types of figurative language listed on them. And we have examples from the book. So tomorrow will be more hopeful than this awful piece of time we call today. The crowd explodes with excitement. That would be a hyperbole. So we're basically just going to sort these out into their respective types of figurative language. So a hands-on activity to really bring that lesson to life. And then there are final project suggestions, ways that they can kind of complete the finished book and like really bring what they read to life in these projects. And then the last thing is an answer key for everything that had an answer to make your life as the parent and homeschool teacher just a little bit easier.